What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So today we're actually going to be rating my followers' cars 1 through 10. So we have over 100 submissions for this video, and I hope you guys have some snacks to enjoy it because it's going to be a long one, bro. Like, we have over 100 submissions, which is just insane. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure that you guys don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get this started. So the way we're going to do this is, obviously I have my phone with the pictures, so I'm going to put their tag right here, and then I'm going to put the photo of their car right about here, and we'll rate it 1 through 10, talk about the car and or truck and or whatever it is that they sent, and we'll go from there. So the first submission actually is from the homie One Slow Shelby, and he sent in his Shelby, I believe it's a F-150 truck. And this thing is insane. So it's actually in Nardo gray. It has those 2 black stripes going down the middle. And fun fact about this guy is that he's like a Shelby head. Like, he has the, what is it? He has another Shelby. He has a Ford Baja edition. And this guy just has so many cars. But I'm going to rate this 10 out of 10. We're starting strong on this video. And let's move on to the next. So next up we have the homie Gapped, which his Instagram is right here, and they sent in their Scat Pack, which is actually wrapped in like a color changing wrap. He has the Demon hood, and I absolutely love the way that that thing looks. It just looks super nice. And then if I'm not mistaken, he also has Ferrata rims, which just literally puts the cake on top. Like, it's actually such a good looking car. I'm gonna rate this car a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that I would add to this car is literally a wide body kit. Other than that, this car is literally prime time. So let's move on to the next. So the next car is from Jerry Flores. He sent in his Scat Pack, or actually, I'm not even sure if it's a Scat Pack. It might be a RT, but super clean build. It's all black. He has the quiet plate on it, and I'm gonna give this build a 8 out of 10. The only reason why I rated an 8 out of 10 is because I feel like he could maybe put some new rims on it and take off that front plate. I'm not really a fan of front plates, but I'll let it slide just because it's a quiet plate. Moving on to the next, we have TXJ03 with this super clean Scat Pack build. It's actually this original color of my car under the wrap, which is indigo blue. I give this a 9 out of 10. He actually has the eyelids just like I do, so it reminds me a lot of my build. And then he has that nice front lip in the front, which just brings it all together. So we're going to give this a 9.5. Next up, we have Deuce X, and he sent in his RT Charger. Super clean build. It looks pretty simple. He did put the 345 badge on the side of the car, which I think is pretty clean. And then he has the hood wrapped. I'm not sure if it's satin. I think it's satin. We're going to give this build a 7 out of 10. We're trying to be nice on these ratings. It's a super simple build, so that's the only reason why I gave it a 7 out of 10. But nonetheless, I like the color of it. It's a silver car with the black accents. And I think the only thing he can maybe do is maybe lower it a little bit. And like always, put some new rims because those are the stock rims. So moving on, we have this WRX from Rich_WRX. This build is super clean. I'm not sure. I think he actually might be from Bakersfield, but it looks like he has a carbon fiber hood, which is super sick, with the vents on the side, and then he has kind of like the Demon hood, like looking style hood in the middle. And it has a yellow wrap with some super nice rims. I'm not sure what rims those are. And then he has that intercooler sticking out in the front because he did like a grill delete. So I think that's super cool. We're going to give this build a 9.25 out of 10. And the only reason why I gave it a 9.25 out of 10 is because, I don't know. I think it's just a 9.25. There's something about it that maybe, I think it's the rims maybe, like, because they're like gunmetal from what I can see. So, I don't know, maybe like if he just had black rims or something. I'm being super picky on these ratings, but a 9.25 out of 10. So moving on. So you have the homie Capo SRT, and he sent in his Widebody Scat Pack actually. It looks stock, but it has this super nice blue color to it. This is not the indigo blue. This is like the other blue. I'm not sure what the name is of this paint, but it's super nice factory color from Dodge, and it's a wide body. So we have to give it a 9 out of 10. I like the simplicity of it, but I feel like he could maybe do something. Like he could do like a hood wrap to, you know, match the accents. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. And then maybe, I don't know, adding like a front lip, because it doesn't look like he has a front lip on the car. So we're going to move on. So the next person here, also very similar to that last one, it's going to be Mopar_.ant. This is actually the homie. Me and him talk a lot on DM. So this is what I'm talking about. He also has the indigo blue, just like me. That's my original paint color. So the only thing that I would change about this build is, again, the rims. He has that hood wrapped in like a satin black, I believe. Oh, and then I would also add the front lip to it. I feel like the front lip is kind of like a must on these cars, because then it kind of looks like a little naked in the front. But yeah, I would add front lip, rims, and then maybe a little bit of lowering. But I'm going to give this guy 8.5 out of 10, just because he has some things that I think he could add. Same thing with tint. I feel like he could add tint that's a little bit more darker on the side, at least on the sides, to make it look better. But nonetheless, this car is super clean. We're going to move on to the next. So this next one actually is from Backyard Crawlers. I'm not sure if I actually got his real Instagram tag, but we'll put it right here. So he sent in something different. He sent in a 6.7 Cummins Ram truck. So he said that it's 5-inch pipe all the way back, and it's pushing around 650 to 700 horsepower. So this truck is super clean. It does look stock, and I come from a family of trucks because I grew up dirt bike riding. So I actually have a soft spot in my heart for trucks. We're gonna give this, although it pushes a lot of power supposedly, and it's a clean truck, we're gonna give this a 6.5 out of 10, because there's some things that I would change. I would take off that front license plate. I would take off those rims, put some new rims, and then I would get some beefier tires and maybe give it a lift with some spacers to make it look a little beefy, because right now it honestly looks like a chode truck. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like too big for the rims and tires. So we're gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. But moving on, we actually have my cousin Jacob. I can't find his Instagram, but we're gonna find it. So my cousin actually sent in his Q60, which is super clean. I can't lie to you. Just because he's my cousin, I swear to you, I'm not giving him a higher rating. I personally think that this car is literally like a 9.8 out of 10. And that 0.2 is, I would say, the only thing that that he missed on is just his rims. And not even like that is a big deal, because the stock rims look pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie to you. But he has the carbon fiber hood, and he has the carbon fiber front fenders along with lowering springs. He did a full blacked out tint all around. He even wrapped the hood, which is super clean. And then what I really like about this car that not a lot of people do is he paint matched his front lip. Well, it's actually wrap, I believe, but he paint matched essentially his front lip, so it just looks like one uniform front lip along with the bumper. And then he actually did what is it? He did like the M style mirror caps, which I'm a super big fan of. So like I said, this is my cousin, but although he's my cousin, I'm still being truthful to my rating. It's going to be a 9.8 out of 10. So congratulations, Jacob. I know that you were looking forward to that rating. And let's move on to the next. So the next car that got sent in is from iced_challenger, and he sent in his Scat Pack Challenger. So what I really like about this build is that I don't see with a lot of builds is he did half black and half white. And for this one, we're actually going to put two pictures, because on one side he has white rims, and then on the other he has black rims, along with like the blue headlights, which is super, super clean. I gave this build a 9.9 out of 10. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell? Why didn't he get a 10 out of 10? So in my opinion, the only thing that he could change to make this a 10 out of 10 is literally to add a wide body kit. Like, just that point one, I swear to you, it's just because he doesn't have a wide body kit. But if it wasn't me, because you know I'm like I'm a wide body enthusiast. I love when cars have wide bodies. But if it wasn't for that, if I was a regular person, this thing would probably be like 11 out of 10. Like this car is super clean. And I love how he always keeps the vibe of like the blue lights because it's like iced out Challenger. So it gives you like that icy look. But yeah, we're gonna give this a 9.9 out of 10. I think that's the highest rating. Well, actually, I'm lying. I think the first one got a 10 out of 10. But let's keep this video going with the next submission from 817._Mina. So he sent in this charcoal Scat Pack. Again, super clean. Excuse me. Again, so he sent in this charcoal Scat Pack. This thing is super clean. We're gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. He does, I noticed, have the upgraded red eye hood, so it is a little bit different, which I personally like. But like I said, there's some things that people can add to their cars, and on this car specifically, I would add new rims, a front lip, and then since he already went out of his way to add that aftermarket red eye hood, I would personally just recommend wrapping the hood like a satin black and then the roof satin black, and that'll automatically bump you up to like a 9 out of 10. But let's move on with the next submission from SRT_Dolo. It's like YOLO, but Dolo. He sent in this super clean Nardo gray wide body Scat Pack. He has the aftermarket RGB headlights from, I think, like Lighting Trends or something. And then he has the black stripes going down the middle with the red eye hood, actually, which is super clean. So we're going to give this guy a 9.5 out of 10. I like how he has the headlights red, just because I always do that. And then the only thing that I would change is his side markers are like amber, and I don't really like those. I would have upgraded them to like a LED, like white lights on the side. And then just that front lip, man. I would just add the front lip and your thing is super clean. So let's move on. This is the homie, actually, SRT Bubs. And he sent in, this is going to be the first submission of a TRX. So this thing, I have been in the market shopping for a truck for the longest time, and I absolutely love the way that TRXs look. I mean, not just because I'm a Dodge guy, but I think like it's possibly the best looking truck, supercharged truck out there, besides like the Shelby, which was like the first submission. But we're also going to give this a 10 out of 10. Actually, we'll do a 9.9 out of 10 just because I want to be a little bit a critique to the homie. The only thing that I would do to this car is give it a little lift, and then me personally, I would do like the front bumper delete with like those super like nice custom, like almost Baja style bumpers, the ones that are like metal, and then I would add like Baja lights on the bottom. But other than that, this thing is super nice, like super clean. There's almost nothing you really need to do to the TRXs because they already come with the 6.2 supercharged engine, just like the Hellcats do. So that's about the only thing that I would change. But 9.9 out of 10. Shout out to the homie SRT Bubs. I love this guy. Good vibes all around. But let's move on to the next. This next submission is from Kene, and he sent in this Durango, which I think is a GT Durango. I'm not really too sure. It's super simple. It's just white with like the banner in the front. I'm not sure if he added, well, I'm not really sure if he added anything besides that. So again, this is my true rating. I'm not trying to be messed up, but it's a super simple truck. We're going to give this thing like a 5 out of 10. And honestly, it's not even like because of it being a GT. You can make a GT look good. But that's just my rating. We're going to do that. So let's move on to the next with Hemibat_. And this is actually a RT, super clean RT. I really like this car, although it's a RT, because he has the upgraded Demon hood. And then not only that, it's a slim body, but he went out of his way to buy the slim body, wide body style front bumper. So it's basically the wide body front bumper without the wide body on the sides. And like I said previously in one of the ratings, he actually did switch out his side marker LED lights to like the LED, I'm sorry, instead of having like the amber side markers, he has the LED side markers. And he has that, what is it? The sunroof popped, so it just kind of makes it look good. The only thing that I would change from this car is just the rims maybe, but super clean build. Also, I would add a front lip, and I would rate this thing, I'm not sure if I rated it already, but I'll do like an 8.5, because he also has the upgraded RGB headlights in purple, and I like that. So let's move on to the next. This is actually the homie from Bakersfield. So Ghost.is300, super clean. This guy, I believe, like, I don't know if he has bad luck, but he seems to get hit a lot on his car, so he's gone through a couple colors. But right now he has like this emerald green wrap on it with a super clean carbon fiber hood. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually has like aftermarket red seats inside. They look like bucket seats, with super clean 3-piece rims. And of course he does have that front lip, and it's on airbags. And on top of that, he has those super nice M-style mirror caps. So I think this is, oh yeah, it's an IS300. We're gonna give this a 9.4 out of 10. Now you're probably wondering, what is it that it, like, you know, what made it a 9.4 out of 10? Why isn't it a 10 out of 10? Personally, I would just add maybe side skirts, and then I'm not sure if it's like the color like that isn't matching for me, but like the emerald green with like the white rims, I'm not sure if they're polished on the face of them or if they're just white. I think they're polished with white faces. Or no, it's the polished lip with a white face. Me personally, I would just do polished rims all around. I would take the white off and do polished rims. But nonetheless, this is a super clean Lexus. You don't really see a lot of built Lexuses like this, especially on airbags. At least I don't. And he's from Bakersfield, and I used to live in Bakersfield, so we're gonna show this guy love. 9.4 out of 10. But moving on, this guy right here, static._JP, he sent in this super clean Honda. I'm not sure if he's on airbags or if he's static, but I really like this build. So it's all white. I believe he has an aftermarket front lip that he also paint matched to be white, and then he has the white rims with the aftermarket white side skirts. So the only thing that I would change about this build, I think, actually I don't even know if I would change anything. This is like probably as best as this car gets. So we're gonna give it, just because it's a Honda, and there's nothing wrong with Hondas, but you know, we're being fair here, we're gonna give it an 8 out of 10. That's my honest rating. 8 out of 10, super clean car. And we're gonna move on to the next car. So right here, we have smoked out _RT.345. He has obviously a RT that he sent in. It's in Nardo gray, and I'm not sure what rims those are. Those kind of look like Ferrata rims, but he has the nice banner on top that says smoked out. I think that's pretty cool. And then he has the hood wrapped in a satin black, and he has that front lid, which I'm not sure if I already said it already. The only thing that I would change about this car is maybe just wrapping the mirrors black, and then taking off that Dodge little symbol on the grill. And I would personally add like just the little RT emblem, kind of like how thick RT has it. But this thing is super clean, bro. Like, I would honestly give this like a 9 out of 10, to be honest with you. The only thing that I would change, which isn't even like really needed, is like the headlights. I would just do aftermarket headlights, just so that you can change the colors. But even if you didn't do that, super clean build, 9 out of 10. And then he also did that wrap on the bottom piece of the bumper to make it look more like aggressive. So I really like that. But we're gonna move on. So next up, also a homie from Bakersfield. Huge shout out to Bakersfield. Let me just take a moment. Bakersfield has probably one of like the nicest, in terms of people, they have the nicest people in the car scene. And I actually used to live down the street from this homie. So homie that sent in this super clean Beamer is gonna be Ryan_DavKD. So he sent in this freaking boat. Like, he's on airbags, but still, like, he drives this thing around like it's static. He has the luminous tint all around. He has super nice rims, and it's just overall a clean build. It's kind of like a Mafia style build, and I've honestly personally always wanted to have a car like this. So we're going to give this thing like a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that I would say that I would change, and this is just my personal preference, is I would just low-key do like eyelids on the freaking headlights. But that's just me. But this guy is rolling dirty, bro. Like, he even has the luminous tint mirror finish on the full windshield. It's just savage. Like, that's super savage. But shout out to Ryan. I miss the boys in Bakersfield. And I actually think I'm going to be going like this upcoming week. So maybe we'll make a YouTube video out of that. But we're going to move on to the next contestant, which is from SPE1R. I believe this is a RT. I'm not sure. Oh no, I think it's a Scat Pack. Yeah, it's a Scat Pack. So this is the first one that you see with those, what is it? Those Snorkel grill LED lights, which I personally like. But the only problem with those is that they always get water damage, and then like a one piece or two pieces of those LED lights go out, and it makes it look kind of like funky, which is actually what I see is going on here. But let's just pretend that didn't happen. We're gonna give this guy we'll do an 8 out of 10. He has the hood wrapped, which is cool. I would add a front lip and change the rims, but other than that, I think I would just take off like that banner that says Toxic Pack, or just change the color of it, because the red, I personally don't think it goes with it. And then I would also wrap the roof in black, just like how you did the hood. So 8 out of 10, not a bad build, super clean. But let's move on to the next build, guys. So this next build is from ALE370 Hemi. Obviously it looks like a SRT8 because it has like the SRT on the grill, but this thing is super clean, all red paint. The only thing that I would change are the rims. I would make them black if you didn't get aftermarket rims, just so that it kind of flows a little bit better. And then I would actually get obviously a front lip, and then wrap the hood and wrap the roof and the side mirrors, and then get some side skirts and call it a day. That thing's super clean. So let's move on to the next build. I'm not sure if actually I rated that build, but we'll do 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for that guy. And then next up, you have Redeye_Key, and he sent in probably the cleanest Challenger that I've seen personally. So it has like this brown wrap on it, and then he has that LED SRT badge in the front, which I'm not sure if it's red or if it's pink, but this thing is super clean, bro. Just like how I've been saying in the past few ratings, he has his hood wrapped, his roof wrapped, and then not only that, he has like the whole top half of like the pillars going on top of the windows, all in satin black, which is super, super clean. I honestly wouldn't change anything about this build, if I'm being honest with you. And I'm not sure if we rated it, but this thing is like a solid 9.9 out of 10. The only thing that's missing, I would say, is probably just the headlights. I would just probably change the headlights so that you're able to change them into red. And if those headlights were red, that would be a 10 out of 10, bro. But we're going to move on to the next one, which is RT_Mafia57. So this build right here, let me tell you boys, this build is clean, bro. I'm pretty sure he's also on airbags. If not, Static Life, that's cool. But it's all black with the polished rims. I like how it's black on polished. And then he has the aftermarket hood, which I'm not really sure what aftermarket hood that is, but it's pretty clean. And we're going to give this a 9 out of 10. The only thing that I would add, again, is the front lip, side skirts, and that's about it. I mean, this is a pretty clean build, boy. So we're going to move on to the next one, which I believe this guy actually lives like a few blocks from me, but it's from 392 Trooper. So this guy, he sent in a Scat Pack, super clean Scat Pack. It has the 392 badge right there, and then he has the red bulbs, I believe. And what else does he have? He has like that Scat Pack logo when you open up the door. He has the LED side markers, which I really like. He has the hood wrapped, which actually I believe that's the Redeye aftermarket hood. So super clean choice on that. And he actually has the red underglow, which I like. So we're going to give this guy a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that I would change is I would wrap the roof black, and then I would just spend the extra money to get those aftermarket headlights so that you can change it in like all red. And then I like the badge. It has like 392 with like the head of the Star Wars like trooper. That's super cool. And yeah, I think this is a pretty clean build. Nardo gray with black accents and red. Super clean. So shout out to homie. He lives right here in the area, and we're gonna move on to the next. Alright boys, so I didn't want this video to be so long. We're almost at like the 30-minute mark. So what we're gonna do is this is gonna be part 1. There is gonna be a part 2, so if you didn't see your car and you sent in a submission, most likely it's gonna be in part 2. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys are looking forward to part 2. So see you guys next time. Peace.